Hello, friends. I recently read an op-ed piece by a TV food personality which trashed non-stick cookware as the ultimate modern lazy convenience. The piece was full of all kinds of claptrap, like how well-seasoned carbon steel or cast iron performs better, how French chefs perfected making omelets long before the invention of Teflon, how there are dangerous chemicals in the coating that can get into food if the pans are scratched or misused. Given that logic, since we've been inconvenienced by the postal strike, perhaps we should have stuck with passenger pigeons. Since gas is expensive, maybe we should have stuck with cart and horse. Since utility costs are high, maybe we should live by fireplace and candlelight. Yes, I'm being sarcastic. And rightly so, because it's terribly tempting to say that the old ways were better. All we can say for certain is that they were different. Which isn't to say there isn't wisdom to be learned from the past. There's a town in Dorset called Poundbury, which is a 21st century simulacrum of a traditional village with buildings built in various historical styles. One critic said it's a modest attempt to get things right by following patterns and examples laid down by tradition. This is not nostalgia, but knowledge passed on from age to age. I agree with that, but I also don't understand why knowledge passed on from age to age should be dressed in the guise of earlier times. Can Vitruvian principles only be expressed in classical form? Must buildings that are built to human scale have brick walls and thatched roofs? Does respecting the past mean we should therefore imitate it? Which isn't to say the knowledge passed on from age to age isn't useful. It's just that we're called to use that knowledge to build something appropriate and useful for this age. Or, to go back to my first point, should contemporary discoveries to make cooking more efficient be eschewed because earlier generations didn't have them? In the church, we often encounter an attitude which says, if it's not necessary to change, it's necessary not to change. But that's a terrible philosophy, to say nothing of not being biblical. Because our faith calls us to forget what lies behind and strain forward to what lies ahead, to the new, better, and perfect city, whose King is the same, yesterday, today, and forever.